Hey there, this is Brad with More Coaching, and I'm here to talk with you about commiserating. And there's a saying that says, misery loves company, right? And I think there's definitely some truth, there's some veracity to that. And the challenge with commiserating is there's no looking for a solution. It's just like everybody's complaining about getting ghosted or not getting that promotion or gas prices being too high or whatever it might be that we feel this need to basically complain about. And yeah, it can feel good to get that out of your system, right? And what's not to love about venting and getting this energy out of your body? Well, what kind of energy are you putting out into the world at that point? My question for you is, would you rather put out positive energy that's going to go out into the world and have a positive ripple effect, or would you rather put out negative energy that's going to have a negative ripple effect? Because what do you think is going to happen when you're putting out this negative complaining energy and it's going out into the world and then it circles around and then it comes back to you? Maybe not in exactly the same form that you put it out in. Maybe it's not coming back to you in this verbal complaining energy, but maybe it's coming back to you in somebody not responding to your email or to your phone call or getting turned down for a date or whatever, because energy never stops existing. It just changes form. So when you take a fire and you add a log to that log changes from wood to burnt ash and heat and smoke. And so now it's transformed into something else. And so that's what happens when you put out this negative complaining energy out into the world. It just goes around, and let's just say you got a group of 3 or 4 friends and you're all complaining. And now your negative energy has gotten all over your 3 or 4 friends, and their negative energy has gotten all over you. And then you go out and you go home, or you go to your workplace, or you go to the coffee shop, and you've got this negative energy all over you. And I acknowledge that this might sound a little woo-woo and hippie and all this sort of thing, but it's actually scientifically proven. There's a book called Reality Unveiled, and it talks about energy and how it never stops existing. So what my words of encouragement for you are is, what if we focused on solutions? And it's perfectly okay to complain and vent. I'm not telling you to stop doing that. But what I'm asking you is, maybe you could also focus on, okay, well, what can we do about this? What can we do about not getting that promotion? Could we look for another opportunity within our company, or could we look for somebody else to ask out on that date? Is there a way that we could contact our politicians to help reduce gas prices? I mean, whatever it is that we're complaining about, there's also a possible solution for that, or at least there's a possibility for putting positive energy into that situation. And so again, I'm just going to request that we focus on the things that we can do, the things that we can change, instead of focusing on the negative side of something. What can we do that'll bring positive change into that? So let's say, for example, I ask somebody out and they either didn't respond or they flat out said no. And I can either go like, oh, that person's such a horrible person because I'm an amazing person. Or sometimes we turn it around on ourselves like, oh, there must be something wrong with me for this person to not want to go out with me. And that's not true either. The only thing that's true is they said no. Everything else is just a story. So, I mean, I used to be a master at making up a story for why things didn't go my way. And there's only one thing that we need to acknowledge, and that's what is true in that moment. So if I'm texting somebody I'm interested in, or even a friend or whoever, right? and I get no response. What is true about that? And you might say, well, they're busy, or, they're not interested, or, whatever. And we don't know that. That's all story. The only thing that's true in that moment is they didn't respond back. There could be a multitude of reasons for that. It could be they got into a car wreck, or they had a heart attack, or their phone got dropped in the toilet, or they're not interested and they don't have the capability of responding in a way that says, hey, I think you're a wonderful person, but I'm not feeling it. I just don't feel that way in return about you. So let's focus on what we can do that is positive instead of making up stories about what may or may not be happening, because we don't have enough information. We don't have enough information to have a valid statement about what's going on in that particular moment. So to circle back around, instead of complaining, what can we do to focus on what's good and what's positive in every situation? Because that ripple effect will come back to us either in a positive way or in a negative way. And what would you rather have? Would you rather have a positive ripple effect where whatever you're putting out into the world is coming back to you and coming back in a positive way? Maybe you bought a winning lotto ticket, and maybe it's not the Powerball, but maybe it's like $50, maybe it's $100, maybe it's $500, right? Or maybe you avoided an accident in your car, or maybe like what happened to me recently, somebody that I was interested in, who wasn't interested at that time, came back to me and said, hey, could we revisit this? And I was like, why yes, we can absolutely revisit this. And so that's my message to you today, is to take a look at what you're doing, and are you complaining or are you looking for a solution? And I would love for you to provide any feedback for me. If you've got any questions, I do coaching for people, and my mission on this planet is to help people remember who they are, who they were born to be. Because after you're born, you're just started to get covered in all of this cultural and social programming for who you should be versus who you choose to be. And so I would love to have feedback from you on any questions you might have about this, or if you want to share an example of what you've been through that relates to my topic today of looking for solutions versus just complaining and there's no solution. You're not looking for some sort of way to solve this issue right now. And again, I say it a lot, but my encouragement for you, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. My job is to encourage people and to lift them up and help you to find solutions for yourself, because I will never tell you what to do. My job is to ask you questions because you already know the answers. It's not as if you don't know what you need to do. Sometimes people just are waiting for permission to do what they already know they need to do. And that is my encouragement for you. You already know what to do. And so instead of complaining, because I believe that while we're complaining, we know it's not doing any good. Or at least I hope. I hope that we know that it's not doing any good. To just complain with no looking for some kind of solution to what's going on for you currently. So, having said all of that, I thank you for being here. If you would like to have a call with me, please reach out. Send me a message, make a comment on the video saying that you'd like to have a call with me, and I am more than happy to make time for you and have a conversation about what's going on and help you find solutions. If you're feeling challenged in finding solutions for what's going on for you right now, I'm not saying I'm going to have a solution, but I believe that together we can find something that will work for you and be a solution for what's going on in your life. So thank you again. I really appreciate you being here and watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you very much.